Hey there, Fletcher from All Things Overlanding here, and today I wanted to show you this solar panel, 160 watt foldable portable solar panel from a company called ZupW, or ZupW, I don't know. This thing is super light, super small, folds down extremely thin, but will produce 160 watts of solar power and comes with a ton of different barrel plugs and things like that for making this thing work with just about anything. So if you want to learn more about the ZupW 160 watt folding solar panel, stay tuned.
Where it came from, but you got it, my got it. It began in the land of the sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip.
All right, guys, so as I mentioned today, I'm talking about this ZupW solar panel. Now this thing is a 160 watt panel. It's got a really slick design. I'm going to set it up here in a second. I'm going to show you that, but I wanted to walk through all the features first. One thing that's really nice, they have this integrated bag here on the front, which houses your MC4 connectors so that you could connect this to these extensions here. Now on the extensions, you've got, of course, the MC4s that are going to plug directly into those. And then on the other end, you've got a ton of different options. So you've got a bunch of different size barrel plugs, different adapters and things that will come off so that you've got those. And then you've got all these other ones as well. Again, I will put a link in the description to this thing if you want to check out what all these different barrel plugs are and the specifics of them to make sure that it's going to work with yours. I'd recommend that. But you've also got this type, which is sort of like what my Bouge RV stuff runs off of. You've got these different size barrel plugs. You've got this black and red sort of standard solar clip, which should charge most things that take solar. For example, here on my Vito Man 1500 watt hour flash speed 1500, I've got the red and black cords here, so that would work. Or then there's also a barrel plug input as well. So either one of those would work for mine. You've got a 200 watt DC input or a 400 watt solar input, which is the black and red. So, you know, having that is really, really nice. But again, if you had more of this style, this like XT60, I think this is called, you've got that, you've got the barrel plugs, you've got just a number of different adapters here. So this thing should work with most power banks. But then again, because of this bag that's in here, you've got a place to store all of your barrel plugs and all that. So I plan to just keep all my stuff in there. Up on top here, you also have some outputs built into the thing. So if you just wanted to run, you know, charge a phone, let's say, or a laptop or something, you've got a USB-C and then two USB-A plugs on top there as well that you could use for that. So if you needed to just get a quick charge, you could throw this out and you could connect a phone or a laptop or whatever you need to charge to it directly. So now just to kind of show you what this thing looks like, I'm going to set it up on the ground just to show you how it sets up and kind of the features and the way that these legs work, because these legs are pretty smartly designed. They've got this nice little bungee strap in the back and the Velcro, so that they're very lightweight and very thin, but then they, you know, sort of contain themselves when you set it up. So let's get this thing set up. Another thing to point out is that it does have these grommets in the corner, so you could stake this thing down. If you were in a place that's super windy and you may want to stake it down, you can do that, which is pretty great. But so then when you expand this out to get the full 160 watts, obviously you need to get all three of the panels exposed. Once you do that, of course, you're going to want to face it into the sun. But then here on the back are these legs, which I'll show you. And so the way this works is you basically pop these off the Velcro there. And then boom, you know, this little tiny folding solar panel is popped out and ready to absorb the sun and charge up your devices. Then when you're done, I'm just gonna fold this back up like that, Velcro it down, and you're ready to go. So super fast setup, super fast teardown, really, really nice. All right, guys, so that will do it for the ZupW solar panel. Again, 160 watts of power output from this thing for a really budget price. I will put a link in the description down below, so if you want to check it out and learn more about it or pick one up for yourself, click through that link down below. Also in the description below will be links to all my social channels, so wherever you want to come hang out, I'd love to have you. There is also a join button below this video, which is just sort of a passive way to support the channel, get you early access to the videos and things like that, plus some other perks. But if you want to be more involved with all things overlanding, there's also a link to my Patreon page. And on the Patreon, we have a 24/7 Discord where we chat all the time. We do a once-a-month Zoom call, and we're getting together for camping trips a couple times a year. So if that sounds good, check that out. And then there is a link to my website where I've got funny overlanding camping themed patches and stickers, things like "Don't burn your wiener" and "It's a hot dog," or "I hate people so I camp." So if you're into funny kind of patches and stickers, want to decorate your ride or your fridge or whatever, check those out. And then last but not least, there's a link to the Newbie Overlanders Facebook page, which is a totally free group to join. Over 30,000 2,000 people at the time I'm recording this. And if you're new to overlanding, or if you're just kind of tired of the big groups and you want a place where there's not a ton of bullying, that may be a good place for you, and we'd love to have you. So check that out. But again, thanks so much for watching. Hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time.